She's mighty, mighty, just letting it all hang out 'cause she's a brick house. She's rocking it 1 pound at a time, rocking it 1 pound at a time, a brick house. Hashtag 1 pound at a time. Hello everyone, it is your girl, Boss Lady Lexi. Hello everyone, and I am coming back with some more news after doing some research on Wednesday. I'm sorry this video is going up a little late, but today is Wednesday. And I just want to talk about Miss Robbie for a moment, how she breaks her silence. She is in her 80s and she's not doing too well, but she just asked the media and everyone in the world to just pray for her and her family. Keep us in her prayers, because throughout this whole entire process, she's going to need our prayers. So let's just continue to keep her family in our prayers and our thoughts. Let's just think positive things for her. And if a lot of you didn't know, Miss Robbie opened Sweetie Pies in 1996 in St. Louis, Missouri. Miss Robbie was an Ike, and when she got ill, she used her mother's recipe to open up Sweetie Pies with food for the soul. She is really down with soul food, y'all. And she really wanted to give back to the community. She wanted people to love on her the same way she loved on her food that she prepared from the recipes of her mom. Now, even though Miss Robbie's son, Tim, was an ex-con / is, she still had a heart for the young people that were coming out of prison and transitioning into the new world for them. The new world. And she hired so many young men and women, who have come out of jail, to give them a fresh start, in this life. And because it's hard for an ex-felon to find a job. So, she did that, and it's just amazing how her son, Tim, would take that for granted. Most people, most companies, they don't hire ex-felons, and your mom gave you the opportunity, the benefit of the doubt, to start your life over and rebuild it and, build yourself a family. And what do you do in return? You kick your mother when she's down. You disrespect her by not only killing her first grandson, but Miss Robbie, in one of the seasons of Sweetie Pies, because y'all, I watched it all the time, okay? Andre was getting ready to be sent back home if he didn't pass his classes, and which he did pass, and he got a D. And so Miss Robbie let him stay. And when Andre went to Tim to tell Tim about his great news, Tim didn't take it so well. You could just look at his demeanor as how, hey, you're still here, you're taking a place in my mom's heart where it should be for me. Tim was just a ruthless, selfish young man who just wanted his mom to himself. And he didn't want anybody else in the picture. He didn't want Charles in the picture. He didn't want Andre in the picture. And, Tim, when he went to prison, Andre was the same age as Tim, 17. So Miss Robbie wanted to give Andre the benefit of the doubt and, help him to become a better man by staying in Memphis and building a life for himself, as well as, if he had lived, build a family, and build the legacy for them. But let's just go a little bit more into this story. Okay, you all. Um, Let me see, where do I want to go with this? I hope I'm saying his name correctly. I believe it all started with Mr. Yuckman, um, who was the insurance writer and the agent for an insurance firm. Now, I know when I had to take insurance policies out on my kids, my two daughters, and my grandson, you have to give the insurance agent some information in order for them to put all of the stuff into the system. So Tim found and conjured up these lies about Andre. Now, at the time, I believe Andre was still 17. He may have been getting ready to turn 18, but Andre was still in school. So I don't think that if you're 17, you can get an insurance policy out on yourself. I'm just not sure about that. But I think everything has to be like when you're 18, because that's when you're starting to become an adult and, going into adulthood. And when you turn 21, you're legally an adult. So Tim went behind his nephew's back and went and sought my Mr. Yuckman to get some insurance on Andre. Now, Tim lied about Andre's dynamics, such as his income. I can only imagine the amount of income that he would say that this young man had. He lied about a family, as if he was married, had children, so on. His demeanor, the type of person he is, great young man, that type of thing. Married with children, owned land. Man, this was something else. Tim, you really crazy. Not only that, y'all, he even conjured up a lie about Andre's net worth. Now, some people may not know what net worth means. Net worth means how much money Andre is worth, how much money Andre has in the bank, blase, blase, blah. It's just really sad. Even talked about Andre's medical history. All while this young gentleman, was still a student in high school. Now, I'm sure that someone had to go over this policy to approve it before it could even, come into pass. It's just really, really crazy, because on 10/24, you got a policy in his name for $250,000, excuse me, as being the sole beneficiary. Then on that same day, you went and also had a $200,000 policy for accidental death. But that doesn't even put the pot to the kettle, okay? Or even put the pot on the burner, because you had the audacity, the humiliative gall, to go back and add another $250,000 of a death rider. You are good and crazy, okay? Not only that, you paid all of this, you paid for 2 years, this insurance policy out of your bank account. Tim, wow. I need to call y'all the Three Stooges. Dumb, dumber, and dumbest. Now, y'all, here we have a young lady by the name of Miss Ellis. You know, she's young. She's a mother. She has one child. She has a life going for her. You know, all gone down the drain. All gone down the drain. Why? Because you decided to go in cahoots with Tim and Mr. Yuck to help plot this murder for hire scheme to kill Andre. Now, this is absolutely terrible, because it's not enough money on this earth that could make me do something this vindictive or anything for my freedom. You know, it's just like when you get your driver's license. Driving is a privilege. And when you do something wrong, such as drunk driving, those type of things, you know, you get your license taken away in many cases. So you've decided that, hey, my life isn't worth anything. I don't plan on getting caught. You know, your mother is alive. You have a son. And, you know, you just got everything going for you. But you hook up with dumber and dumbest. No. I'm going to say you hooked up with dumbest and dumb, because you're dumber. Okay? So, let's just start here. You all, Tim paid Miss Ellis 3 to 4 times, okay? Still not enough money. On 3/15, Tim gave her $3,020, and she put this in her checking account at the Orange Moine First Tennessee Assuring Rising Bank. Now, I may have the bank name wrong, y'all, because I was trying to write in shorthand on my notes. And then she deposited on that same day $4,340 she put into her savings account. Now, let me tell y'all something. As a business person, you know, I'm probably sure this wasn't a business account, but, you know, just a regular account. So if you worked, you know, you're constantly depositing money into your bank account on all different types of occasions. Every week, if that's how you get paid, every 2 weeks. But no, not not her. Dumber wasn't thinking. So then on March the 17th, 2 days later, she goes back to the bank, y'all, and she deposits more money. She deposits $1,900 into the bank, and I believe she put that in her checking account. Little girl. Little girl. You also flew out to California to meet Tim. Not only did you fly out to California to meet Tim, but you also took your mother and your child with you. With that being said, Tim gave you another $700, what you put into his same account, which all makes you a suspect because you never put any more money back into their account. So didn't you think that was a red flag? Wow. Red flag, red flag. So Tim and Miss Ellis, they conversated through burn phones, which is a cell phone, which is a felony. And neither one of them, because this is the dumbest. He's the dumbest. Because you done already been to prison. You done already went to jail. At 17, you got a second chance. A second chance at life, okay? A second chance at life. And what do? You throw it away because you wanted your mom all to yourself. Not only that, you wanted your mom all to yourself, but previously I said in the beginning how you put all of this money out for your nephew's insurance policy, but then you had the audacity to take one out on your mom for $100,000. Oh my gosh. Well, let's see. We know that Miss Robbie sued Tim, but later she dropped the charges because Miss Robbie really loved her son to no end and at no cost. And that's just like a lot of mothers. We talk a big game, but then in the end, we back down. And I know I talk it too. We back down, but I don't know how much more of this attention that Tim could have wanted if he wanted his mom dead too, to take her money. And the reason why he probably needed all of this money because he was terrible with money. Tim never paid any of the bills in the restaurants that he owed. He may have paid a few, but he didn't pay enough. So he was evicted from many of his restaurants. He was evicted from his apartments because he did not pay the rent. He did not pay any of the money that he was supposed to pay to live. So it just makes me wonder, how did he pay this insurance policy every month? That was money that he was banking on. So that's why he made sure he paid those fees every month out of his checking account, which was crazy. And I believe he paid Miss Ellis because he knew if he didn't pay Miss Ellis, she would turn in on him, which she did anyway. So that just leads to Tim being irresponsible. They didn't think this through properly. And this young lady took her mom on a vacation. So I'm wondering, did her mom even think, where did my daughter get this kind of money from to take us on a vacation to California? If she didn't, have a job or, a type of job that was paying that kind of money, that just would have put up a red flag for me, because I would be asking a lot of questions. Like, where did you get this money from? How was you able to afford this? So on and so on and so on. But the moral of the story is Miss Robbie loved her son, and she loved her son and her family dearly. And you just, Tim, put your self in the forefront to say, screw my mom, screw my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, because I don't like none of y'all anyway. So I might as well take what's rightfully mine, which is everything. And if you paid attention to a lot of the show, it pretty much shows this. And now we know in the end, your cousins and family members knew you were behind Andre's murder. Miss Robbie couldn't put her finger on it, but They probably told her, and she was like, no, not my Tim, not my Tim. My son would never do anything like that, you know. And now that they were right, I know she is devastated. So let's just keep the family in prayer.